No pressure. This is a R34 that has been here a few times.
Yep.
R34 4-door. What is that? 25?
I want to say this one might be the 20.
Yeah, I think it is a 20.
Because I don't.
Wait, why did they put 20s in 34s?
Yeah, this is the 20 because even if it was a 25 Neo NA, it would have the Neo cover.
Yeah,
this doesn't have the Neo.
Look anything like that, and it's got the old.
Well, it could have. It could have been the Neo because it probably did have a cover and they took it off.
Got the old cast though. All right, the old style one. So.
Yeah, so then it might be just the regular.
I think he said it was a
20.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have to look at the. Why don't we just look at the tag?
Well, you're the RB guy.
Yep, 20.
I just don't. I thought they didn't put 20s in.
Or did they? They did.
Did they put 25s?
They did put 25s also. This is probably like base. That's why.
Oh wait, I know what it was. They didn't put turbo 20s in anything.
Except this 32. Obviously.
Yeah.
32.
Yep.
Okay,
32.
that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, but it's got a misfire. Did it have a misfire last time?
No.
Well, you did spark plugs.
Yes.
So maybe it had some kind of a problem, and you fixed it with the spark plugs, and then
now it's back.
It came back. It's not a comeback. It came back months later, 6 months later, and now it's doing something else. So now it's got another problem.
Yeah. So obviously you could check plug.
I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I'm about to.
Chris said ECU. I'm thinking the same thing.
that would be annoying, you know.
We just jumped to the worst case scenario, me
Yep.
and Chris, because that's all that we get here is the worst case scenario. I feel like.
But I wanted to test it out by just unplugging coil packs, but you know, they wanted to do a big crossover over the beauty cover and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know why Nissan did this to us.
So I literally have to take everything off just to get the beauty cover, put everything back on, and to run it to start unplugging coils.
Not to mention, this is the worst one out of all of them because there's a gasket.
Yep.
Dude.
Yep.
We had to get that gasket last time.
No.
No?
Remember, I just used.
Oh, probably because we couldn't get it.
We couldn't get it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a pain in the ass.
So that's why I said I was contemplating my life because I knew.
Yeah, this sucks actually. Wow.
Yep.
All right, have fun.
I will.
What happened?
I gotta take everything off.
Bro, go look at the 2J over there. This is almost the
Same thing.
manifold.
Yep. Literally, it
Just
looks exact.
reversed.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. It's like the same style.
I don't know why they did that. That's so bad, dude. Can't get to any spark plugs.
None of them.
None of them. Can't even look at them.
Nope.
Can't even unplug anything. Look at the IAC. Never even noticed. That's interesting. I never saw one of these. I never see these engines.
No, you don't.
All right. Well, what's your first? So what's it doing? First of all,
It's misfiring. Like it has a small miss even at idle.
okay.
Like I said, I wanted to find out which piston it was, or which cylinder. To
Do that.
Yep.
This is terrible.
I literally have to take everything off. So.
Damn.
Yep. So.
This might be one of the worst Nissans to try to diagnose.
Yep. And
Right?
I have one.
Yeah, but yours isn't even that bad. It's bad, but there's no gasket though right here, right? Yours?
The throttle body, but it's a metal one.
I just feel like on yours you can take.
I take
this
it, yeah,
off.
enough. To. It's like just the intercooler piping and stuff.
Yeah, the intercooler piping.
But this one is a whole.
This one is weird ass gasket.
Yeah.
Which is now replaced with RTV because there's no way to easily get that. So then you got to take everything off, get this cover off, get to the spark plugs, and then put everything back on.
Yep.
So you can run it.
Yep.
And then pray that you can get your hands in there and take.
Yep.
Huh.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
But why was it $300 to do?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the next thing. Yeah. Why was it $300 to change spark plugs? What if you smoke test it first or boost test?
I'm probably gonna do that.
I would start with the easiest shit first.
Honestly, I don't want to take it off.
Oh, there's no turbo, so it's just a smoke test.
Smoke test, yep. I think regardless, I'm gonna have to take it off anyway. But
It's got a valve cover leak.
yeah,
Oh, he knew about that.
Yeah, he knew that.
Because he mentioned...
I think we mentioned it before.
Well, there's
too.
something on the RL. Holy shit. It's dripping all in the back of the engine. Yeah, that's bad.
I want to say I mentioned it the last
If
time.
that's... Oh, God, I'd be so thankful if that's just a valve cover gasket and not
The valve cover.
upper oil pan or some shit.
Oh.
I mean, it might be easier to change the upper oil pan than it is to change the spark plug on this car, so... That's...
Yep.
All right, well, I guess a lot of snow on this car.
Yeah.
I guess we'll check back in and see if you hung yourself later.
Yeah. Nah, I won't. I just have a couple slit on my wrist.
What?
What? Wait.
He said he's gonna slit his wrist. Yo, look at this
Not
grounding kit up. Look at this grounding kit. It's pretty legit. Loose. This is for you youngins. This is a grounding kit. I don't know why everyone did this back then, but
I don't know either.
you just run a bunch of wires from everything. You just add grounds, and you just ground it on the negative terminal of the battery. But every JDM car had this on it.
It does nothing.
I mean, it might help, but like, you could have just ran one.
Yep.
Like, you didn't have to. Let's run one to this side of the intake manifold, and then run one from this side of the intake manifold.
Yeah.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's a box.
What does the box do?
I don't know.
That's the first time I've seen that. Oh, look, we got a positive side going to this box. Oh, I want to know what that is. I never seen that before. Oh, damn, I don't know what it says. Someone's gonna comment. Leave us a comment. What is this box? But yeah, grounding kits, bro. I remember installing them in my friend's car. Yo, I need a grounding kit. It might stop my little stumble at idle. All of these grounds are loose, by the way.
Oh my God.
Like, this is not doing anything. Just grounded to a random part of the front apron. This is completely loose. I heard that one jingling around.
I got a noise.
Look at this. You better ground the brake booster hose bracket, because you never know what that will do. What? All right. It's gonna be a long day.
Yes, sir.
Chris has got this engine swap to do, but Jesus has got 2, potentially 3 cars to work on today. So I'm gonna go check on your other car
Okay. Yeah. Hopefully it's
and see if it's
doing
on fire.
something.
Jesus has got another car out here that's in for another diag situation. Customer says the car's smoking, so we're waiting to see the smoke. We think we know what it is. The power steering pumps on these WRXs tend to leak. It's usually like the O-rings over here, or yeah, there's like an O-ring on the return, or it looks like this one is potentially the pump itself is leaking power steering fluid. You smell it? Yeah, I mean, this power steering pump looks like it just needs to be rebuilt. It's leaking power steering fluid all over the place. But then it's dripping down, it's going through the front timing cover, it's going to the exhaust manifold, so that's what we think is going on. But I believe the customer said he thought he saw oil on the downpipe over here. So I'm kind of waiting to see, or coolant. So we're trying to see if we see any coolant anywhere. This is from Jesus. He pressure tested it. This looks like a potential leak right here. It looks like it's about to slip off. But yeah, he checked this car out, and it's got like little problems here and there. The radiator stays are broken, but that seems to be the problem. Something to do with this power steering, which is a common thing. Like if it's not one thing, it's another with these power steering setups. I don't know why. The steering rack's leaking too, so probably going to be a lot of steering related shit on this car. But we're just waiting to see if we see the smoke so that we can confirm that's the only issue. Holy there's a lot of fluid under here. Yes.
Oh, wow.
What?
Pooling down there?
It's all pooling right under the power steering pump, and then it's running down the front cover, timing cover, and then it's going on the exhaust manifold right underneath. So, I mean, it's wet as so. Yeah, it's soaking on this pump. Most likely that's the concern, but I want to make sure that's the only thing. Because if we fix that and then he leaves and then smoking later on, it's going to be a pain in the ass. This hood worries me. All right, well, I don't think we're going to see that thing smoke, honestly. It's not smoking, so. Yeah, I don't think that thing's going to smoke, like, easily. But I feel like it's got to be that power steering.
It's got to be.
Wow, this is a disaster. This is what it looks like when you got to take apart 2 engines. Oh, we forgot about the Lexus. Chris has got a second car. Oh yeah, this is our buddy Rob's car. Rob, you. I hate this car. I wish you had your 240
You
back.
should have kept the 240, bro.
Yeah, we all hate this car, but you like it, so it's here. Why did this even start? Oh, because there was a stumble or something, Chris? What was it?
It would randomly shut off or stall.
This car would randomly shut off and stall. And it's the ECU, dude. It's always the ECU with these Toyotas, honestly, these JZ Toyotas. We tried to repair it, right? Did it help? No, it didn't help. So we tried everything else before that, obviously, but it seems like it's the ECU. So Rob decided he wants to do a standalone ECU instead of buying a used ECU, which I guess some people would think like, oh, that's a better option because, you know, you're getting a new standalone ECU. Problem is, this is an NAJZ.
With a distributor.
With a distributor. So you really don't need a standalone. But I guess he's like future-proofing it, you know, in case he turbos it, something like that. Black Friday sale. Yeah, maybe got a Black Friday sale. So now we're trying to do a standalone. And he wants to run a bass tune because he doesn't want to get it tuned because it's got a distributor on it. There's no reason to put this on a dyno. So yeah, it's just kind of a pain in the ass. And we've never worked with this ECU before. What is it called?
ECU Master.
Yeah, ECU Masters. We basically never work on those. So. All right. So yeah, now we're doing a wide band so the car can auto tune itself while it's driving. I don't know. Like what? Auto tune like T-Pain. Yeah. Just so it can drive. We just need the car to drive and not stumble and die. So, but yeah, it's 2 days before the new year. It's 2 days before the new year, and I would like this car gone, this car gone, that car gone, the car outside gone, and there's another one in the back. And we got 2 days, so I don't know how that's gonna happen. But yeah. All right, I'm out of here. I got work to do, so.